Letter 1, Excerpt 4. Summary. Human consciousness must be uplifted quickly to the reality of love behind and within all existence. Urgent need for a higher vision. It must be widely accepted there is a higher vision that you must strive to implement in your daily lives. It is only by reaching for a higher vision that the physical world will be rescued from wholesale annihilation. Without the vision, either for the self or for the world, there can be no spiritual evolution for the achievement of those things greatly desired. At the present time, your perception of life is one of travail and deprivation. These beliefs are shockingly depicted and reinforced by your TV viewing. They later bring upon you the misery you hope will never happen to you. Therefore, to save you from your own folly, expressed through the media and TV, the human consciousness must be speedily uplifted to see what I saw in the desert. The reality of love behind and within all existence. Note well, when this great truth is both perceived and warmly acknowledged, the reality of love will begin to manifest itself in multiple ways in every living thing and in the environment itself. The experience of abundance and joy will reinforce the consciousness of abundance and joy. And so a spiritual spiral of ever more exalted and wondrous living will be set in motion. When the true nature of being is fully understood, humanity will move on to the next level of spiritual evolution and will put into motion a new and blessed form of human endeavor and personal experience. To achieve these goals, humanity must first gain insight into what and who you are. A new and important question is already coming into people's consciousness. Who are you, really, behind the face you present to the world? What does it take to be real? It is this question of who you really are which is answered on every level of your being within these pages. And if you can accept as your own guidelines for daily living all that I understood during my 6 weeks desert experience, you too will eventually become whole and real, just as I became whole and real before I commenced my ministry of healing and teaching. Since there are few people in the world who would regard themselves as whole at this present time, you must surely recognize that there is a most urgent necessity for me to intrude into your minds to lead you into a new way of thought and feeling. Such a change in consciousness will bring you into divine harmony with reality and better living conditions and security. To be able to do this work of reconstruction within your consciousness, I must first impress on your minds, and you must accept there was much that I taught in Palestine which men were not yet ready to receive.
Hello, how are you guys today? I'm Michael's son, yeah! You remember me? Of course you do. I'm this guy. So, how are you today? It's so good to be here with you today, guys. Really. I'm so happy today. So, how do you like that reading? The reading of Excerpt 4. We have now resumed the reading of Letter 1 of Christ's letters, okay? And that, what you just heard, was Excerpt 4. So let me reread a few lines. The beginning lines. Urgent, or the opening lines. Urgent need for a higher vision. it must be widely accepted that there is a higher vision that you must strive to implement in your daily lives. It is only by reaching for a higher vision that the physical world will be rescued from wholesale annihilation. Therefore, the human consciousness must be quickly uplifted to see what I saw in the desert. The reality of love behind and within all existence. Only by reaching to this uplifting ourselves to this higher vision, the physical world will be rescued from wholesale annihilation. These are dark and luminous times. These are times of change. Yeah, this is the time of apocalypse. Apocalypsis is in Spanish. This is a time of apocalypse, but it is not the end. I'll talk about this more in my next video. But we must strive to implement this higher vision in our lives. And what is that higher vision? The vision of love, but of true, real love. What Jesus saw in the desert, that love is the substance of all things, is the creative energy that created this world, and it is at the same time the substance of all things. And that means that you are love and that I am love. Remember, I have already said this, and we have already read this from the letters, that one of the very first things that Jesus saw in the desert is that there is nothing under the sun which is solid. All solidness of this world is just mere appearance. You, the cell phone that you have in your hands right now, your wonderful body, your home, the building where your office is, your home, your house, I myself, my hands, all my body, this camera with which I'm recording this video lovingly, are just electrical particles vibrating at a certain frequency of speed, a different frequency of speed. All of what is made in this world is that, you and I, and that is creative consciousness, creative, intelligent, loving consciousness, the consciousness of love, the energy of love that created this world and created you and I. There is no such thing as a personal God, a separate being that is up in the skies just with this little notebook and saying, okay, this is my writing pad for Anne-Marie. So here we have good and wrong now. That is not true. No way, Jose. God is an impersonal energy of love, universal, present everywhere, the substance of all things. And what it is truly wondrous and magic, it is at the same time personal for you. It is a father and a mother for you and Mary, for you Peter, for you Tom, for you Michael, for you John, for you Euclides, for you Ismael, for you Teresita, for you Clotilde. It is a mother and a providing father that meets your very needs. We will see as we read letter 1 exactly what are the characteristics of this creative divine power of love, okay? But that is what we are, and that is the vision to which we that we must strive to implement in our lives. Yes, to save ourselves, not to save our butts. Our butts are saved. But this is a time where the entire humankind is called to evolve spiritually. You will see. We are going to see such extraordinary things this year, 2022, that they are going to uproot your beliefs. And as I asked before, what are you going to do? Now, we're talking about love here, and I'm sure that you have very high notions and very high concepts of love, and have love in great regard, in great esteem. Oh, love, yeah. We all want love. We all want to love, and we all want to be loved, because that is what we are. But what is really life for you in your present life? What is your experience of love in this life? If you have a partner, a loving partner, or what has been your experience of love with your siblings, with your parents? I don't refer to those early, shining, beautiful, luminous years of infancy, where you were a little baby, and assuming that you were loved and accepted in the home, everything was, you were the shining sun of that home, of course, and you gave love unrestrictedly, and you received lots of love. But after that, now, when you are an adolescent or an adult, what is life for you? What is love for you? If you are in a relationship with a loving partner, with a love partner, how is that love between you? Is it really something which is a walking together in total freedom, a just inspiring the other to grow and to fly high above in the wings of love and clarity by himself independently? Or has this relationship turned into a bundle of knots and dependency, something which the last thing that there is freedom? We are called now to a new way of life, to a new earth. And that is my call to you. And that is the call of the letters. As I have told you, these letters appeared on the internet in year 2000. Now we are in year 2022. And these very words that I read in the beginning, the opening letters of this excerpt 2, it is only by reaching to this higher vision that the whole physical world will be rescued from wholesale annihilation. And that is true. Can you accept that life is such a limited, a tortuous, and an oppressive thing as it has become? Can you accept that this is normal? Can you accept that humanity will go on now forever with a mask covering his beautiful smile? No way. Don't tell me that you don't hope for something which is much more sublime and great and greater. Come on, guys. Okay, I was a little carried away by my enthusiasm, but I'm telling this to you from all my heart, with all my love, and I know with a conviction that not even 1,000 hurricanes could uproot that all that I'm saying, it is true, because it comes from my life, from my living experience now in San Francisco over the past 2 years, San Francisco, Colombia. This is not mental. These are not mental concepts. These things are life, which I am living today and enjoying. And every day gets better. Okay, guys, thanks so much for being here with me today. I love you. I love you all. Please subscribe to my channel by hitting the button below. Give me a like if you like this video. And thanks so much for sharing with friends. Kisses and big loving hugs for everyone. I love you all. Hasta la vista, amigos.